Imagine walking through a solid wall as if it were nothing more than mist, plucking a single moment from the river of time and watching the ancient pyramids rise and crumble before your eyes in a breath. Today you will become a multi-dimensional being, able to step beyond the limits of flesh and stone, to see the past and the future like scenes of a film you can rewind at will. Feel the surge of power as a surgeon removes a tumor without a scalpel, as a hand lifts a mountain and sets it down like a toy. The very notion of impossibility shatters, and you stand on the threshold of a godlike existence. Sounds extraordinary, doesn't it? Yet, to truly understand this cosmic godhood, we must first dismantle everything you believe about reality. The rules that bind us, the walls that seem solid, the arrow of time that feels unbreakable, all of them are mere shadows of a deeper truth. This is the premise of our journey, the fourth dimension, beyond space and time. Let us begin at the very beginning, with the dimensions that built our world. A point, isolated and without extension, is the seed of nothingness. Stretch that point in a single direction, and you obtain a line, a one-dimensional existence that knows only forward and backward. Add a second direction, and a flat plane emerges, a two-dimensional world where a creature trapped inside a pencil-drawn circle cannot conceive up, because its reality is confined to the edge of that line. For that being, the circle is an absolute barrier, an insurmountable wall of its own making. Now introduce depth, and you arrive at our familiar three-dimensional space. Here a wall is a solid obstacle, a barrier as absolute to us as the circle was to the flat creature. Yet, to a being that resides in a higher dimension, that wall is no more than a thin line, as easy to cross as stepping over a crack in the pavement. Now imagine a realm that contains our three-dimensional universe, the way the circle contains the line. A fourth dimension where the very concepts of space and time dissolve. This is the arena where the rules we take for granted cease to apply, where you could hold the timeline like a ribbon and pluck a future moment at will. If this is blowing your mind, hit that subscribe button and let us keep exploring together. Now let us peer into the first of the two lenses through which physicists have tried to glimpse the fourth dimension. Imagine time not as a relentless river that carries us forward, but as a solid axis laid out beside the three familiar spatial directions. In this view, every moment, past, present, future, exists simultaneously, like frames of a film stacked upon one another. If you could reach into that stack, you could pluck a frame from tomorrow, hold it in your palm, and watch the lottery numbers flash before the draw even begins. The power to choose a future outcome seems intoxicating, but the universe resists such casual edits. Consider the butterfly effect. A minute alteration in a single frame ripples outward, reshaping the entire tapestry of events that follow. A tiny shift, perhaps a word whispered in a forgotten hallway, could cascade into a chain of consequences that alter the course of nations, the rise of empires, the very shape of continents. The temptation to rewrite personal regrets becomes a moral quagmire when the cost of each change is an unpredictable upheaval of countless lives. Moreover, some interpretations of the temporal axis suggest that it is immutable, that each frame is already fixed and our consciousness merely slides along it like a spectator. In that deterministic picture, the fourth dimension offers no agency at all, only a panoramic view of a script already written. Which of these possibilities feels more plausible to you? Does the prospect of a mutable timeline excite you, or does the notion of an unchangeable destiny chill your spine? Now shift your focus to the geometric interpretation of the fourth dimension, the realm of hypershapes that extend beyond our three-dimensional intuition. The simplest of these entities is the hypercube, a tesseract, which can be thought of as a cube stretched into an additional direction. To a three-dimensional observer, a tesseract would appear as a strange, shifting silhouette, a ghostly outline that flickers in and out of existence. From the perspective of a four-dimensional being, the solid walls that imprison us would be no more than thin sheets of paper, easily pierced or folded away. Imagine standing before the most secure vault on the planet. A four-dimensional entity could simply step through the wall, bypassing every lock, every alarm, every guard, as if the barrier were a mere illusion. Healing could become a simple act of reaching into a body, extracting a malignant growth, and sealing the wound without a single incision. The power to manipulate matter at that level borders on the divine, yet it also raises profound ethical questions. Would such abilities be used to cure disease and alleviate suffering, or would they become tools of unchecked domination? How would societies restructure themselves if the very notion of impenetrable protection vanished overnight? The story does not end with the fourth dimension. Mathematicians have charted an entire hierarchy of higher dimensions, each unlocking capabilities that dwarf those of the previous level. The fifth dimension, for instance, would allow a traveler to step sideways into a parallel universe where every decision you ever made branched into an alternate reality. In one such world, you might have taken a different career, married a different partner, or never left your hometown. The sixth dimension adds yet another degree of freedom, enabling you to navigate among the innumerable possible laws of physics that could govern those alternate worlds. In a landscape of infinite dimensions, the concept of choice becomes diluted. Every conceivable outcome already exists somewhere in the vast multiversal tapestry. The allure of omniscience is tempting, but it carries a hidden peril. If a mind can perceive every variation of every timeline simultaneously, the very notion of meaning dissolves. There would be no longer a single thread to follow, no singular purpose to pursue, only a boundless sea of possibilities that overwhelm the senses. This brings us to the ultimate paradox of absolute dimensional power. Suppose you ascend beyond the fifth and sixth dimensions, reaching a state where you can observe the entire multiverse, all its histories, all its futures, all its divergent laws of nature. In that state, every event is laid out before you, every outcome already realized. The thrill of discovery fades, replaced by an eerie stillness. When every possibility is known, the act of choosing loses its weight. Decisions become redundant, because every option already exists in some branch of the multiverse. You become both everything and nothing, a consciousness that contains all realities, yet is detached from any single experience. Is such a state a pinnacle of enlightenment or a descent into existential void? Does the pursuit of ultimate knowledge risk erasing the very essence that makes us human? The uncertainty, the struggle, the hope that each moment could be different. The journey we have taken, from a solitary point to the unfathomable expanse of infinite dimensions, invites a final reflection. Our three-dimensional lives feel confined, yet they are also rich with mystery, precisely because we cannot see beyond the walls that surround us. The fourth dimension offers a tantalizing glimpse of what could be, but it also reminds us that power without limits can strip away meaning. Perhaps the true superpower lies not in breaking the rules of reality, but in embracing the constraints that give our existence shape and purpose. What do you think? Would you trade the comfort of the known for the dizzying freedom of higher dimensions? Or does the mystery of the unknown already provide enough wonder? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which aspect of the fourth dimension captivates you most. If this exploration sparked your curiosity, consider liking the video and subscribing so we can continue to venture together into the frontiers of thought. Until our next descent into the unknown, keep questioning the walls around you, because sometimes the greatest journeys begin with a single step beyond the familiar.